Good morning, children. Now, now second part of this first chapter we are going to start. Yesterday we read about the Portuguese, about the Britishers, French community, how they existed in our country, for what are the purpose, what was the purpose of their in our country. Well, these we had learned yesterday. Now we are going to read how they have governed our country in this way. British trade in Bengal. Trade means व्यापार. The British first started their trade on the banks of the river Hooghly and established fort in the year 1651 CE. By reading this line, already you may be understood who bank means not a bank. Bank means shore और नदी का किनारा. वहाँ पे in a Hooghly river was flowing, and there they first started their trade in the year 1651 CE. Who? Britishers. The forts were garrisoned for their protection of the factory and got permission from the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb to trade without paying taxes against the annual payment. The forts were garrison means the forts were fortified, means उसको किलाबंदी किया गया अच्छे से for the protection of their factory, जिससे फैक्ट्री को कोई प्रॉब्लम न हुआ, उसको चारों तरफ से घेर लिया गया. And got the permission from the Mughal Emperor. That time next emperor of the Mughal was Aurangzeb. So they got permission from the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb for doing trade in Bengal. With that, not only this, they did not wanted to pay the taxes also. So in this way, Aurangzeb gave the permission to do trade without paying taxes at that time. Now you can see this picture also, ships of the British and their ports. Ships means they took the sea route and reached to Bengal side also, and there they settled their ports for doing business. Now the next page of our this is the expansion of the British rule between 1757 CE and 1815 means within 100 years. 1757 CE to 1857 CE, how they expanded their empire in our country. About that we are going to read in this next stanza. By this time, the East India Company was in the race to earn more and more money as per the order passed in Bengal. Only the company availed the benefit of the tax-free trading. However, many officers who were engaged in private trade did not pay the taxes as well. In this way, we came to know at that time the East India Company was in a race. In a race means how more and more money within a short span of time they can earn more and more money. It is their strategy how to get more and more money from India. As per the order passed in Bengal, that time the Bengal who were the Subedar at that time of Bengal, they had passed some order. Only the company available the benefit of tax-free trading means कि Indian people when they have to pay the tax for their product, while the company people, Britishers, they need not to pay the taxes. That is their first strategy. However, many officers who were engaged in private trade did not pay the taxes as well. Means some beneficial people, those who are giving benefit to the Britishers, and they were trader also, so they also got this benefit कि they need not to pay any taxes. So without paying taxes they were doing trade from India. Then what are the result output of this? As a result, The income generated from the tax collection in Bengal reduced, which in turn was opposed by the Nawab of Bengal. At the Murshid Qali Khan. Murshid Qali Khan, he was that time the Nawab of Bengal. Nawab means one kind of Jamidar, we can say. The people early times, the king was giving a big area to some people for governing, and those peoples were called Nawab ya Jamidar. So like that, the Murshid Quli Khan, when he got collecting the taxes, yearly taxes, he was not getting enough money. So then he started opposing this rules कि Britisher need not to pay taxes and Indian people have to pay the taxes. So he started opposing means विरोध करना शुरू कर दिया rule के against. This dispute kept on recurring even during the time of Ali Vardi Khan. After Ali Vardi Khan, his son Sirajud-Dowla took charge. He got involved into a major battle with the Britishers. So this circumstance, after Murshid Ali Khan, next Nawab become the next Nawab? Ali Vardi Khan. He also opposed about these rules, and afterward also Sirajud-Dowla, the son of Ali Vardi Khan, also opposed this rule against British. So in this way we can see this is the main reason, uh, and you can say the first battle held between Sirajud-Dowla and Britishers in the year 1857, like that. So they Britishers were not leaving the Indian, and Indian also that time Sirajud-Dowla did not wanted to follow their rules, and he opposed, and in this way circumstances happened in Bengal. So in this way we came to know what are the reason uh, in how they slowly started imposing their rules regulation on the Indian forcefully, and those who were opposed they have to do battle with them. So these are the situation at that time. Now next stanza we are going to read Battle of Plassey. Battle of Plassey, that is some Sirajud-Dowla and between Britishers. This battle was considered. Sirajud-Dowla became Nawab of Bengal in the year 1756. This line you have to underline if you are having book. He had an overwhelming influence over the British. The British helped the competitors of Sirajud-Dowla by conspiring against him so that he would not remain on the throne of Bengal. So in this line we came to know that in the year of 1756 Sirajud-Dowla became the Nawab of Bengal, and already came to know in the previous stanza ki he was opposing the rules imposed on Indians. That's why Britishers were against him. And what the Britishers they started strategies to defend him anyhow. So what they had done here, Britishers helped those king and those people, those who are competitors means they also in at the same time another area they became the king, they were the Nawab, and they also, so they were not, they did not like Sirajud-Dowla. The Britishers also started helping them, and in this way they started conspiracy against the Sirajud-Dowla to throw them out from the throne, because Sirajud-Dowla was the Nawab and they cannot go against his rules. He was a hurdle for them. That's why they wanted to throw them out from his crown. There were frequent conflict with the British merchant regarding payment of taxes. In Sirajud-Dowla time, so many time British merchants mean British Vyapari, with them Sirajuddaulah soldiers committed for so many times because they were not paying taxes. When the British merchant failed to pay taxes, which were applicable to both Indians and foreign merchants, the situation came to a boil. Means so many times continuously Britishers were not agree for paying the taxes, but Sirajuddaulah rules were same for the Britishers and the Indian. If Indians are paying taxes, so they also have to pay the taxes for this for trading, but they were not agree. He ordered that the British should not fortify the factory, pay the taxes as per the rules, and trade as per the terms and conditions. What were the Sirajuddaulah strategy about the traders? Ki he ordered that Britishers will not fortify any places. मीन्स कहीं भी उन लोग अपने फॉर ट्रेडिंग उसको किलाबंदी नहीं करेंगे, उसको किसी भी प्लेस को घेरेंगे नहीं. पे द टैक्सेस एज पर द रूल्स, जो भी रूल्स रेगुलेशन वर देयर दे हैव टू पे द टैक्सेस फॉर ट्रेडिंग as per the terms and condition. This provocation was enough for Siraj to opt for war. Means provocation means as he set out this rules regulation, the it gave Britisher become very angry, and they started making conspiracy against him and battle situation. This provocation was enough for Siraj to opt for war, means war को दावत देना, and he succeeded in expelling the British from Calcutta. Sirajuddaulah, he was very brave and he was very successful at that time to throw the Britishers from Calcutta. Expelling means throwing them out from his area. The British counter-attack under the leadership of Robert Clive. Then after some times, the Britishers they make some strategies to defeat Sirajuddaulah in the battle. So they all of a sudden the Britishers attack on Sirajuddaulah in the leadership of Robert Clive. Robert Clive word you underline if you have. Clive bribed Mir Jafar. Bribe means rishwat dena. Mir Jafar, who was his the next brother, so he also wanted to be the Nawab of Bengal, and that's why Robert Clive put a strategy. He tried to convince Mir Jafar towards him, the commander in the chief of Sirajuddaulah, with a promise to confer the throne of Bengal to him, and convinced him to join their side. What they give him bribe means lalach, कि if Mir Jafar helped the Britishers, so after defeating Sirajuddaulah, Mir Jafar became the next Nawab of Bengal. Robert Clive defeated and murdered Sirajuddaulah in the Battle of Plassey. Means this place, in the place of Plassey, this battle was committed. That's why this battle was known as Battle of Plassey. And in this battle, Robert Clive defeated and murdered Sirajuddaulah. This was the first war fought by the company in India, which marked the beginning of British rule in India. Thus, this war is considered to be the turning point in the history of India. What is the meaning of this? This war is considered to be the turning point. Turning point means after 100 years in British were ruling over India, and Indian people were anyhow they were doing rules and regulation, whatever Britishers were telling, they were following it. But after 100 years, Sirajuddaulah first Nawab, he started opposing against the Britishers, and in this way we can say one type of movement या क्रांति to set out our place India free from the clutches of Britishers. That time of feeling was cultivated among the Indian people after this battle of Plassey. So that's why it is telling this war is considered to be the turning point in the history of India.